Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ray Dolan from Mullingar in Mullingar, and today is a magnificent day. It's the holiday weekend, and I'm so lucky to have an absolute superstar in the house, and his name is Tom McGahon. Tom, how's it going?
It's going fierce well.
Tom!
And I'm delighted to meet you.
It's a pleasure, yeah. It's fantastic. And as I said, we had a little chat earlier on discussing, you have a new book out. This is a book after a few years, is that correct?
It is. It took quite a while to get it to fruition. And actually, it should be 2 years earlier.
Right,
but
right.
I fell in love with one of my characters insofar as that I didn't want misfortune to befall him.
Go on.
And it took me 2 years to pluck up enough courage to write him out of it. And that's why I'm so late with this particular event.
Tell me, what is the book about?
Well, the book it's actually a spotlight on the way we were from possibly as far back as 1945 up until about 52.
How do you remember that far back?
I have a great memory. I can actually remember the last day of the war, but I cannot remember which theatre surrendered, and I think it was the Japanese.
Go on. That's
Now,
serious.
because there was a group of men in our place back home in Louth that day at a dinner table, and I remember well the man who said it, and I was only about three and a half
Right.
at that time, and he said, "The last shots of the war," says he, "will be fired today." And I kept needling, who'll fire them, for which I got a clip in the ear and was sent to the corner.
Go on.
Anyway, I can remember the ration books. I carried the ration books. They're shown in my book. The great austerities where you couldn't get sugar, tobacco, paraffin oil for the oil lamps. This was pre-rural electrification. And the back of my book is a government minister standing up in the Dáil and explaining that there would be no extra food allowance for those who are struggling to save the harvest.
Wow.
Yes.
Tell me, so what's the name of the book?
The name of the book is Fleeting Memory.
Fleeting Memory.
And Fleeting Memory was actually a racehorse.
Okay.
That I do think it was in the Lincolnshire of the early 50s, possibly 51 or 2.
Right.
And I never forgot Fleeting Memory, and a few others wouldn't forget him either.
Did this horse win? It did?
No.
This is old. We could go on forever here.
Yes.
Tell me, how can we get this book now? Where, if we're going looking, if a lad is out there and he's in the diaspora, he could be all over the world. If you're out there, folks, share this as well, because this is Irish history.
Yes. It is actually history too, insofar as, how would you put it? The thread that goes through it is the labouring man and the ability and the desire by people who are barely getting by. They just wanted to get on. Mm-hmm. It is history.
Yeah.
And where would you get it? You would get it in Just Books Mullingar soon.
Okay.
In the bookshop there. And you will meet, it's based around a mythical, fictional community. Uh-huh. The strong man in it is Tom Dowd. And the dedication on the book is a tale told in fiction.
Right.
As a salute to the joys and the toils that are gone and the people who made them. And I had to base it because I needed a huge playing field. Uh-huh. I based it near the town of Nina.
Right.
In Tipperary, where we could go to the cattle fairs of Ballinasloe, or as it happened to be, where a man would actually have to, where he had no money and decided to go and emigrate because he had nothing else left. He hoped by working from Nina to Cork that he would earn his fare for the boat. Now, where I come from, you couldn't do that because you'd walk to the water in my county.
Oh, right, yeah.
Within a couple of hours. Mm-hmm. So I needed a big playing pitch. And again, in the love stories, one of them in particular, Tom Dowd, he biked it from Nina to Swan on the Carlow-Laois border in his early time.
Wow. And tell me, so what age are you now?
I am in my 77th year.
Right.
And I'm writing intermittingly since I was small, and I lost more stuff than I have.
I read that actually in the topic there. You done an interview in it, but you came to Mullingar in the 70s.
I did.
I can just imagine it. You got the tractor actually.
Well, I
You brought your tractor.
I pinned 3 trailers loaded behind the one tractor.
I think it's brilliant.
Pinned them, I chained them, and I locked them. And I hit the road. It's 75 miles away. The 8th of December morning of 77.
Wow.
And there was a turkey market, a live turkey market on the street of Kells. And they had no concept of parking in order at all.
Still don't.
And this fella roared, if you hit, I was struggling to get through them with this circus.
Yeah.
With all my machines on each trailer. And your man shouted, if you hit that effing trailer, says he, I'll break your neck. And I sticks me head out the window of a rickety tractor and says, you will, sir, says I, but you'll do it in Delvin. And I opened her up and let her go.
Brilliant, brilliant. And tell me, you're a farmer. Are you still farming?
I'm still farming. I'm a paid man now, but I'm doing everything I did before I signed it over.
Okay.
You see.
So, well, fair enough. But as I said, your routine is still running.
Oh, the same or worse.
You sleep the 5 hours or worse, as I say. You're still looking very well all the same.
Well, my itinerary of work is there's 168 hours in the week.
Okay.
I work 122 of them.
160.
46 hours for writing, sleeping, and washing my feet.
God above. So if you're going to have the launch, then it's going to be out in where is it?
Milltown Rathconrath.
Okay.
On the 9th of November in the community centre there.
Brilliant.
And hopefully the world and his wife will be there.
Well, as I said, the word has gone out there. So if you're out there, folks, share this with all your friends. We have a huge diaspora out there from Mullingar, in Mullingar, and actually further afield. But we're in Westmeath, as I say, and we're talking to Tom McGahon. This man is a legend, ladies and gentlemen, full of stories and full of crack, and he thinks outside the box, which is fantastic because we've been talking non-stop here since he arrived, and we had to turn on the camera and says better go for it because the tea is getting cold.
Can I say 4 lines of a poem in relation to the emigrants?
Yeah.
In the words of down well in my poem, which commemorates the emigrants, these people are forgotten now. As to age all memory yields, but their names will live forever. It's written in their fields for the Lurams and the Ryans and Danny's Rocky Hill. The people are forgotten, but their names will echo still.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you are. Someone's ringing me there, but we'll chat to them in a few minutes. Tom McGahon, ladies and gentlemen, the book is in, where's the book going to be?
Just Books.
Just Books. And as I say, we're looking forward to the launch. And this man has tons of stories and I think there's a lot more to come. So thank you very much for going live from Mullingar, in Mullingar, with Tom. This is Ray with Tom. Thank you. Keep sharing, folks. We've tons of stories and loads of history for you to share.